This will be the most toughest battle they have ever fought yet. Hey YouTube, it's basically Anime, and today I'll be theorizing the up-and-coming war arc in the Black Clover manga and anime series, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, ever since we saw Yami and Vangeance get kidnapped. I am talking about the Light Triad, which consists of Asta, Noelle, and Yuno, versus the Dark Triad, which is Zenon, Dante, and Vanica, or aka, or you should say, the Clover and Heart Kingdom versus the Spade Kingdom. Now before I get into theorizing this war arc and how I think it's gonna go down, I guess I should explain the whole thing first and how it started. But before I get into that, if you are a Black Clover fan and a first timer to this channel, make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe button so you get notified every time I post. Okay, so the Spade Kingdom, practically led by the Dark Triad, wants to take over the world and unleash all the beings from the underworld onto the earth. Now, they have already taken majority of the Diamond Kingdom, and the last we heard of them was when they revealed new generals that we haven't even seen yet, but I think that we're gonna get them revealed soon in this war arc. But they have also kidnapped the Heart Kingdom's queen and practically blew the whole place up, leading the survivors of the Heart Kingdom to turn to the elves and live or reside where the elves are staying at. And they even managed to ambush the headquarters of one of the Clover Kingdom's most powerful Magic Knight headquarters or squads. So it's confirmed they want the smoke, they don't care who stands in their way, they don't care what's in their way, they are gonna go through any of that to open the gates of the underworld. But as I was saying, they are led by 3 devil-possessed beings, and they need Yami, who has dark magic, and Vangeance, who has World Tree magic, and together to open up the 7 doors to the underworld. This ritual will take 7 days, and they will gradually release beings that are crazy powerful each day, which we can assume will become part of the Spade Kingdom army. Now this kind of sets everything into motion as the Clover Kingdom and the Heart Kingdom then attempt to get back their people or stop the Spade Kingdom's plan. Now their plan is to build a squad around Asta of the strongest magic knights available and his anti-magic, which is, as usual, you guessed it, the secret weapon of the Clover Kingdom, and get him to the Dark Triad in the ritual and stop everything. Now this won't be easy and they might face the strongest opponents they ever faced, but I don't imagine them caring about that anyway. They will march in 3 days, meaning 3 gates filled with the powerful underworld beings will already be released. Currently, Asta is training with Noct on getting his anti-magic being powers under control. Noelle, who has been training a whole lot since his time skip, is currently training with the elves and learning the elf secret power, which is extreme magic, and is getting ready to face Vanica. Yuno, who we just found out is saving up mana with Belle, and he is getting ready to face Zenon, so the matching has already been decided. That's what I was talking about. It's going to be Light Triad versus the Dark Triad. Now, Noct mentioned that he would choose the strongest magic knights with the highest chance of defeating the Dark Triad and its allies. Now, we don't know specifically how much he can bring with him with his shadow magic, as he has practically been going solo this whole time and didn't really have the need to bring anybody else. And he stated that he can't bring such a large group of people, but I would say it's around 6 to 12 people he can bring, so I'll be picking at least 12 people. Now, of course, Asta, who has anti-magic, which is like the whole plan, would go, and Noct would also go, as he's the transporter with the shadow magic. And Yuno would probably obviously go to enact his revenge against Zenon, taking 1 spot, and that would be in total taking 3 spots, leaving 9 left. Now, we would assume that all the Magic Knights excluding, or Magic Knight captains excluding Yami and Vangeance would go, but that would be 7 people, and that would only leave 2 spots left. But if you ask me, I think Jack, Brienne, and Fergolion and Nozel would go, as Brienne cares deeply for Yami, and Jack has been looking for a fight for a while now, as we saw him mock Yuno, and he's like, I can take on Zenon whatever I want. And the rest of them I would expect to stay behind and protect the Clover Kingdom, as Fergolion said it's a very important role. Now, the Magic Knight captains are not the only strongest Magic Knights left. I think that the remainder 5 spots will be filled by the Black Bulls. Not all of them. I'm not going to assume Noct is going to bring all of them, because they're not all on the same level as their strongest members. I would assume that they bring Finral with the spatial magic, and Vanessa, who can practically warp reality with her like magic. That was pretty cool too. I wouldn't say that he's gonna fill every single slot with Black Bulls. I think they're gonna switch it up a little bit, because as you guys know, this isn't a Black Bulls problem. It's not only a Golden Dawn problem, but this is a whole Clover Kingdom problem. I guess they're gonna pick some vice captains from each squad, or some vice captains from the Golden Dawn, or what's left of the Golden Dawn. I guess they're gonna like keep it fresh, switch it up with different types of Magic Knights. So I think that would be a good choice. I think if Magna and Zord would show up and they haven't been here for like a while. They've been off training or whatever. I think if they would show up at the moment they were picking people, I would assume Nock would pick them. But if not, I think Finral and Vanessa would be a good choice from the Black Bulls, and the rest of the 3 spots can be filled with other people from other squads. And just to note this, I think Magna and Zora, I'm pretty sure they're going to show up in the Spade Kingdom out of nowhere and help the Clover Kingdom. It's safe to assume that they have been training like crazy. There were some rumors about them training with Miralona. I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's real. I think it's like kind of iffy. It's there, or it's a theory or anything. But if they were training with her, they're going to be crazy strong. And I think that she's just going to take them to and just drop on the Spade Kingdom and try to like punch everybody out. So that would be pretty cool to see them just hop out of nowhere. Now, I also think the Diamond Kingdom will play a small to major role in this war. Now, to be exact, the Spade Kingdom has taken over 80% of the Diamond Kingdom. Now, we really only know two people that well from the Diamond Kingdom, which is Mars and Ladros, but we do find out that there is a new Prime General that we haven't been introduced to. But it's safe to assume that whoever they are pretty strong, as Mars and Ladros are kind of below them in power, or it's safe to assume that they are below them in power. Now, I am thinking that the 20% that is still under control of the Diamond Kingdom is maintained by these mysterious generals, or is maintained by Mars. Now, I'm thinking that when the Clover and Heart Kingdom Knights march on the Spade Kingdom, that the Diamond Kingdom will help them. Now, the problem with this theory is, as I said earlier, the Spade Kingdom is in control of most of the kingdom, but maybe as the Spade gets attacked, it might leave an opening. Maybe they might call back a few soldiers. You know, we're getting attacked, we need some help back at the kingdom, leaving an opening or leaving enough room for the generals and the remainder knights of the Diamond Kingdom to squeeze through and attack or rebel against the Spade Kingdom. Now, I would love to see the Diamond Kingdom make it to where the Clover and Heart Kingdom would be, because then it would be a 3-on-1, and that would be epic. But for now, I would love to see the Diamond Kingdom rebel and help out taking the Spade Kingdom down once and for all. I also think that the elves should play a role in this war, not a major role as they are helping out with training, but I would love to see them hop in at the last moment and shake things up and possibly win. Now, everybody was saying, oh, the elves are going to start helping them, but think about it this way. The elves live in a neutral area. I mean, they only saved the Heart Kingdom because the place they were living with, like the living being, kind of told them to. So unless this mysterious living tree told them to go help the Clover and Heart Kingdom, it's pretty unlikely they're to stay neutral, as they have no quarrel with the Spade Kingdom, and the Spade Kingdom doesn't even know they exist. But if the Spade Kingdom were to involve them in any way, it's no surprise that Licht and the remaining elves are going to jump the Spade Kingdom with the Clover and Heart Kingdom, and it would be really cool to see Licht and the elves, or sorry for saying Licht, I mean Patri and the elves fight again. Now, those are my primary theories of what's going to go down in this up and coming war arc. Now, I have a whole bunch of theories, but those are my primary ones. I have a whole bunch of different ones. Like, I want the Clover Kingdom to form an army. I know the Heart Kingdom's probably forming an army. They're not doing any of that squad stuff. They're marching straight to the Spade Kingdom. But unfortunately, the Clover Kingdom only has like one transporter, which is Nogged. And apparently, they can't march straight to the Spade Kingdom, so they have to pick up a squad. And I'm down with the squad stuff, but I always love any type of army to army action. I would love to see them form an army of the strongest Magic Knight captains or Magic Knight squads. And the thing is, maybe they might do a selection exam like they did to form the Royal Knights when they went against the elves. Maybe they might do like a second version of the Royal Knights and make everybody from like the whole Clover Kingdom try out for it. Whoever is the strongest, or whoever Nock picks, gets to go up against the Spade Kingdom and fight for their land, and that would be pretty cool too. Now, for what I think we can expect, I think we can expect for Asta and his friends to win. I really don't think Yuki Tabata will set them up to lose right after they lost against Xenon, Vonica, and you could count Dante. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. But yeah, this is my theory on what I think is going to come down in this war arc coming up. Let me know if you guys agree with this. Let me know what you guys thought about most of my primary theories and the one I said before the end of this video. Let me know any other Black Clover video ideas, or any other anime and manga in general. And like I said, if you love Black Clover and you're a first timer to this channel, make sure you smash that like button and feel free to subscribe to the channel, and remember to turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I post.